ahorita hay como que 3 modelos, güey, nada más. Ay, para acá no vine, güey. ¿Qué ver para acá, güey? Puta, güey. Y de hecho aquí tampoco me fijé que había, güey. ¿Qué es esto?
This is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
A visitor! Wait. Guybrush Threepwood?
Otis!
Howdy,
Ah, no
kid.
me acuerdo si
And
estaba
Stan.
abierto aquí ahorita que
Otis,
pasé,
old
güey.
pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
How nice of you to notice.
Me imagino que aquí es
Big
donde
news.
se necesitan
Going after the
las
secret
las
monkey
llaves.
That sounds fantastic! You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Yeah, I'm sort of planning on hijacking an existing crew instead of recruiting one. But maybe I can spring you anyway, for old time's sake.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors?
Imagine that. What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
I notice you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was
Pero ¿por qué,
nothing.
güey?
I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Yo creo que eso me desespera un
Picking
poco de la
flowers from the
gente,
governor's
güey.
garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends.
Le haces una
Sort of.
pregunta, güey.
Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I
A lo
don't
mejor
hurt
una
anybody.
pregunta cerrada.
Except the flowers.
They're
La de sí o no.
animals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush,
Te
you've
terminan
gotta get me
contando,
out of
güey, una
here.
pinche anécdota de
It's
3
custom
horas,
night.
güey, no te
I
contestaron, güey.
don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
Lámpara.
At least the jail is well lit.
Yeah, but the better I can see it, the worse it looks.
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
They finally installed running water.
Mirar la cerradura.
Watch your
Hablar.
boots in here.
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
El monóculo, güey. A huevo. Es más,
It makes things look bigger.
y si los junto, güey, hace doble. Espérate.
It makes things look bigger. It makes
Hey.
things look bigger.
No lo puedo.
If one monocle is good,
Ahí está,
two
güey.
is
No
better.
mames, un pinche inteligente, güey. Pónganme 10. Ahora sí, güey. A esto me supongo que aquí.
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
Nice. Sé que se tiene un culo.
Eeh, a spider.
How's your day going?
Pues.
It
Pues
says
sí, pero
jail
no.
rules. 1. No escaping.
Es que si son
Any
dos
writing that was
monóculos,
once here
pues
has
hace
been
un
rubbed away.
vínculo, ¿no? Obviamente, güey. ¿Viste, güey, qué?
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Okay, don't worry about it. I've already got a plan to steal a ship from LeChuck.
Well, if you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for
Ahora
anything
vamos a
that can
tener que
stay
andar
above the
moviendo los
waterline.
brazos así, güey, cada vez
Naturally,
que
it'll have
hablamos,
to be
güey,
store
como ese canal
credit
ese
until
güey
I
me
get
pone
back
una
on my
nueva moda
feet.
de tener que andar moviendo los brazos.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you
La
something,
animación
son.
de ese
It's
güey.
not what a man does that matters. It's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
Creo que de todos los punto y clic que hemos
Didn't
jugado,
you used
güey.
to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less, it's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
Creo que es el que más
Would it help
diálogos
if I
ha
broke you
tenido,
out of
güey.
jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Ah, may, ¿cómo?
I've been to the shipyard. Your office
¿Cómo
is all
pretenden
boarded
que
up,
pase?
with your toothbrush sealed inside, presumably.
Well, don't worry yourself about it then, son. I found a dead centipede in the corner that should do until they let me out.
O sea, que ya no lo quiere, güey. Muy bien.
I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice. Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
100
Ok, lo mismo.
See you later.
Yep.
Mirar la
Any writing that was
cerradura.
once here has been rubbed away.
Ah, se ha borrado, entonces supongo que esto no sirve, ¿verdad?
You look like you're having a good time.
Most of this serial number has been rubbed off.
Ok, no. Entonces, pues ahorita hay 3 modelos. Supongo que nada, que hicieron poquitos, güey, pues para ver cómo jala, güey, cómo funciona. Para ver si se venden o no se venden, güey. Pero pues
Welcome
prácticamente
Hello.
hay 2 de camuflaje. Y, ok, supongo que le tendré que dar esto,
Can you
güey.
make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Ooh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
Ok, esto fue más fácil de lo que hubiera esperado. Ah, cabrón, espera.
Hi there.
Hi.
Ah, no, sí, no es nada. Ok, no. Pensé que era algo que no había visto, pero no. Ok, vamos a sacar ese
Hey,
güey.
Guybrush!
Hey, kid.
La llave.
They
Ahí
say
mero.
the only real prison is the one in your head. But take it from me, that's a load of barnacles.
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
Supongo que la que más se va a vender, güey, pues es la de temática del Starfield, güey. ¿Y ahora qué más tengo que hacer, güey? Unirme a la tripulación, resolver el problema, pero me reconoce y no me da trabajo conseguir una fregona, poderme en el barco encontrar el secreto. Tengo que ir por acá, güey. ¿Qué habrá por acá? ¿Qué
It
es
seems
esto?
to be stuck closed. Employees only.
Oh. Ah, cabrón, si dice que no mames, pero si está cerrado. Ah, lo malo, no me acuerdo para dónde era. No, de hecho creo que voy mal, de hecho creo que es para el otro lado. Sí, güey, de hecho voy mal. ¿Qué hora para acá, güey? ¿Qué? Ah, ok. Ay, creo
This
que es
was where the
aquí.
fantastic Flying Fettuccine Brothers circus used to be. Nothing left but old tentpole holes. Wow, I could have had a totally different future if I'd stayed with them.
Ok, ahora, güey. Ahí hace 2 días también.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
Otra, güey. Chingo de cosas aquí, güey.
Is this
¿qué
a
es esto?
left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here on
Ay, te caí
Melee.
el hocico, güey. Volver a preguntar.
That's a nice coffin.
The one with the ore. Yeah, the coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Ay, se me hace que
Unlikely.
eso.
The prison in question is
Te lo
nowhere
tienes que
near
robar,
Scab
güey.
Island.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks.
Y las
I've got
galletas
it under
deben de ser
control.
parece el oro. No mames, ya me estoy pasando el juego completo de
Tell
lo
me
que
about this
traigo.
hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind,
Así son
autographed
estos
by
pinches
Francis
juegos.
Drake himself.
Tocar. Oh, no se cae o algo. No se cae.
Tell me again about the
Ay,
ore.
It was
no,
used by a
no. Volver a preguntar.
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me.
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot.
Um,
What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know.
abrir.
There's some very tiny writing on it.
Ok, otra vez hay que aplicar la misma.
Ah, crystal clear. I'll just write that down.
Ok, aquí por la llave.
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
Obviamente si lo abres, güey, el oro te la va a hacer de
What's this
super
melted lump
pedo,
of
güey.
metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Malay jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest
Supongo
decision
que
in
cuando ya
retrospect.
sabes cómo
That's a pretty
funcionan este
wild
tipo de
story.
juegos, güey,
You
se
don't believe
vuelven
me?
más
It's not a
fáciles.
question of belief.
O
Never
realmente
mind.
esta
It's
está
not
un poquito
important.
más fácil, güey, que otros. ¿Qué es esto?
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
Why do you have this big gear?
It's from the Melee Clock Tower, stolen during a pirate raid nearly 75 years ago. It was recently found at an inn on St. Martin, where it was being used to mill
Verga, no
corn.
puedo
I
platicar,
traded some
güey.
old furniture for it that we had in the back
Tiene un
room.
puta
Has
madre
anyone
de
thought about
diálogos
putting
este
it
juego.
back in the
güey.
clock?
Nah, if the clock started working, it would only confuse people.
¿Qué más hay? Volver, esto, no tengo que dejar hecho.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
Entrar nada más no me va a dejar, obviamente.
It's locked.
No, Ay, ¿podrás hacer otra llave? ¿Chanza?
There's tiny writing. New serial numberless lock. I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow!
Yes, you-
Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
Ey, ¿por qué tiene que ser mi
I'm going
número
to find the
favorito?
legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro.
No, güey, es que no me no deja, güey. Es que todo el tiempo son diálogos, güey.
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of
Y
something.
lo peor de todo es que no
Doesn't
me
it?
puede
I
valer
am
madre,
part of
güey.
something.
Exactly.
Por si en algún momento
Are any of these things
llegan a
valuable?
decir
The
algo
security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Lane's eye patch
relevante, o
is
sea, que sí te dé una
irreplaceable.
pista de qué
It's the
tienes que
highlight of
hacer.
the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
I don't suppose you have a mop from a famous pirate swabby on display?
I've been trying to get the cook down at the Scum Bar to donate his, but he won't part with it.
Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Right, so you wear a peg leg, despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. I'll have a look around.
Please do.
Ok. ¿Esto qué es?
Eye
La
patch
placa.
worn by Captain John
Eh?
Lane, the pirate of 1,000 faces.
¿Qué más me falta por acá, güey? Creo que es todo. Es volver a preguntar, son 69. ¿Qué 69 es el fondo? Ok, ¿quedó claro? Supongo. Ay, güey. Bueno, entonces, ahora, güey. Bueno, con el... ¿Dónde más era, güey? Era... Calle menor, calle mayor. ¿Qué era? Voy a ver aquí, güey. Con el remastered. Bueno, con la. Sí, con el remastered trilogía, güey, de. Que van a hacer del
Can you
Metal
make me a key
Gears
from this serial number?
Solid.
Sure. This will be for a high-end display case. You a collector?
Yeah. Stamps.
Muy bien. Incluye, bueno, hay una advertencia, güey, sobre el propio juego, güey. En cuestión de su clasificación, güey. Y dicen que tiene contenido inadecuado, güey. Lo cual ya me volví a perder, güey. aquí no es. Y era acá, güey. Lo cual, pues no sé por qué la gente se sorprende, güey. O sea, y lo están cuestionando como un juego ofensivo. Ah, espérate, antes de necesito darle las galletas a este güey para que no me la haga de pedo. Y ahora sí, güey, abrimos el agarramos esta madre, güey, y fuga, güey. Efectivamente, güey.
What do you expect me to do, Elaine? Issue a proclamation?
Of course not, Carla. We'll need to generate public support. I'm working on that.
People around here don't like any kind of restrictions, even if it's for their own good.
But we can put a requirement on ships traveling to the north. There's already a customs check, so the infrastructure is all in place.
Well, it's a start. Scurvy's a big problem. Let's do all we can.
Agreed.
I've come a long way. Is there anything else on the agenda?
Coffee?
Hi,
Pues
Cobb.
es
Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a
anticuado.
historical landmark.
Entonces, pues mucha
This does
gente
seem different from what I remember.
It's this
Podría.
new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, their highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're
Ofenderse.
so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
pues por cualquier razón, güey,
I'm gonna find the
básicamente.
secret of
güey.
Monkey
Pues
Island.
ya ven
Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That
Que
only the
actualmente-
gullible and naive would go looking for it.
Tell me about Loom.
La gente se
I'm
ofende
so
por todo.
sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
¿Por qué quita la chavo?
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body has fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic, stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yes.
Now get lost.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Ok. ¿Qué había para acá, güey?
Guy
Oh.
Rush Threepwood, as I live and breathe. How have you been?
Fine.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
She's good. No pieces missing.
Kids yet?
Whoa, easy there, Tiger. I'm still in my juvenile phase myself. That's what Elaine says anyway.
Well, tell her I say hello.
¿Dónde puedo comprar una
Do you know
fregona?
where I can buy a mop?
Buy? You don't want to buy a mop.
I think I do.
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You
Entonces ahora
are
me
one.
pregunto, güey, si un juego
Not
es posible
helpful
que
so
te
far.
ofenda.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb
O sea, me
of that
imagino
tree.
que debería de ser tal vez por algún tipo de diálogo, güey, que...
Any questions?
¿Cómo encuentro el oro del
How
palo
do
de
I find the
mamón?
mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
¿Cómo podría encontrar?
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for
Que la
yourself.
verga, todavía no me digas nada, güey, pues.
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the
El
handle.
palo es lo que cuenta, güey. La mejor,
Are you
yo no
sure
lo
I
puedo
can't
decir
just
mejor, güey.
buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop.
Ok, a ver, ¿y aquí qué hay, güey? Escabullirme con la supongo que no me va a dar chance, va.
Active little guys, aren't they?
Gusanos.
Pests or garnishes?
A good cook sources local supplies when he can.
Audio. Ay, de otra vez, güey, pero si no he hecho nada. No he hecho nada para que se empiece a escuchar mal. No, güey, no es del juego, güey, de ese como el salero. ¿No estarás componiendo el sonido del juego con el... es que yo lo escucho bien, o sea, es que sí, es totalmente... Ay, ahí sonó. De repente se escucha, o sea, es que es muy de repente, no sé por qué. No sé si pueda hacer el internet, güey. A ver, avanzado. Latencia baja, a ver, estadísticas de video. Resolución, cuadros perdidos, 88, tengo 88 cuadros perdidos, pero no está subiendo, güey. O sea, me imagino debería de ser, a lo mejor suben creo que interrumpo lo que... Sí, yo, digo, obviamente, pues no me agrada la idea de que se ande escuchando así, güey. Pero yo creo que si es así nada más un segundito, güey, pues yo creo que hay que dejarlo pasar, güey. Ya si es ya muy seguido, pues si no es mucha molestia, ahí sí, para ponerle atención, para arreglar, bueno, tratar de arreglarlo, ¿no? Pero muchas gracias de todos modos, se agradece, se valora mucho. Entonces, güey, ese contenido inadecuado, bueno, no inadecuado, sino anticuado.
The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk.
Ay, no es un salero, es ese güey que se está rascando. Podemos seguir hablando la mente
The atmosphere in the bar is different than it used to be.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I've got to cater to the new crowd. Everything changes, Guybrush.
But the roaches stay the same.
I've missed your wit. And your low alcohol tolerance.
Hey! Those new pirate leaders seem like real jerks. Why do you even let them in the bar?
Well, they've driven off my old regulars, so I don't have a lot of choice if I want to stay in business. Also, if I tried to get them to leave, they'd probably cut me up and throw me in the soup. Frankly, I'm terrified of them. On the plus side, they have more disposable income and better hygiene than the old crowd.
Did I mention I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island?
No, I don't think you did. That's exciting. So you'll be hiring a ship at the docks?
I'm going to steal LeChuck's.
Bold. I like your thinking.
Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old. Can we talk about mops some more?
I'm always happy to talk mop shop. What do you want to know?
Remind me how to find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly.
Sí, vamos a decir lo mismo.
Okay. Thanks.
A ver, y esto de las... Ok, doler.
Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday.
Y esto de
Pleasantly
acercarse...
scorching hot.
Vale, güey, ¿qué más hay, güey? ¿Qué tengo? Peluche. Galletas. ¿Qué tengo que hacer, güey? Fabricar, resolver, recordar, no, ok. Buscar el árbol.
It's like a miniature dance party. The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old.
Pues si ya tengo un motivo, güey. Ya me lo vende, ¿no?
Hey, Wally. I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Bye.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir.